all are already making art. You're already artists. I'm not teaching you how to make art. Just tools. So let's talk lines first. Not a whole lot to say about lines. I got one paragraph here. Lines are the path of a moving point, or words, blah, blah, blah. As one child's book said, a line is a dot that went for a walk. So they can be, it pretty much defines the edges of shapes and forms. But they can be wavy, broken, thin, thick, dotted, zigzag, curved, horizontal, or spiral. Notice how I missed that. The dictionary definition of a sketch is a drawing created chiefly by the use of lines. Well, check this out. It's just lines. There's no value. It's just lines, and yet it communicates beautifully, wrinkly hand and everything. Wish this was my work. It isn't. But using this style, just line alone. Could you please draw this beautiful Mexican urn here? But we're just using line, no color, no nothing. So as sketchy as this is, so what are we thinking? 15 minutes to do a line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we filling the paper, or are we going to use the paper for other things too?
No, we'll actually rustle up another
Okay.
piece of paper.
Or turn it over.
Yeah, you can turn it over. There you go. Boy, how did we do that, Patty?
Do what?
Can't see it.
Oh.
Unless you want me to draw you.
Okay.
Is this your first time doing this?
Except for all the practice sessions on Thursday afternoon.
Oh, we got a heckler in the group.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
only fair we heckled him in his workshop.
I remember all my first times.
Yes, Patty and I have never done this before. Have we, sweetie?
Nope.
Are you the clock watcher?
Someone go back to
Well, I'm taking this away now. Are we good? Is everybody
Yeah.
happy that they're
No.
doing something? And remember, we're not bullying ourselves. Remember, that was rule number one. We don't go, I didn't do this perfect, so I'm a failure as an artist. Not in it, not today. You can do it later.
Here we go, that's good enough.
Good
Oh,
girl.
I'm looking at it, looks pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
My giant earwig.
But it was just,
It's not my, I know.
it was really just an example. I mean, meant to be just an example of how you can produce art with line and nothing else. And that truly is what a sketch should be. And a sketch should be that free. Well, like I said, I have to do the sound effects to go with it. This is scaring me. I'm gonna kill myself on this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
You can move the thing forward too, that
Your
move
turn.
that thing, yeah, move that forward.
well, I'm gonna loom over Joan. Do you feel
That's
loomed
all
over? So the next one on the list, long list, is shape. Can everybody see this? Well, you've got your sheets. You don't need anything, but the shape's two-dimensional. I mean, it's just a shape on a flat piece of paper. And we create shape. Are you ready for this? This is groundbreaking stuff here. We create shape when the line connects to itself. Ta-da! However you make that line go, when it connects to itself, it created a shape. There you go. I mean, we learn as children to recognize and name shapes. I mean, we all remember that. The little circle, and it says circle.
That's where the egg round the hole.
Yeah. So I'm going to connect. Let's see how good a circle I can make. Ooh, there we go.
That's pretty
Fair.
good.
Fair.
There. So this is a circle. We all know that because we learned as children. That's a circle. And then this is a square, and we learned that. So now we know this is your shape, and that's how you make it. And that's pretty much all you need to know about shape. But there is a funny quality about shape. Alice experienced it in Wonderland. Can anybody say what she experienced about shape? Anybody got to go there? Alice in Wonderland?
Only thing I can think of is disproportion or something.
You may want to jump in, Phil? You raise your hand, you know the answer about shape. Alice in Wonderland?
Well, it's not like I watch. Alice.
Distortion, maybe.
Okay, I'll make it easy for you guys. Your brains are working really too hard here. It can change size.
Oh.
Alice got
Okay.
big, Alice got
Yeah.
small. Well, a shape does that too. The same shape. Still the shape. It just got bigger or it got smaller. So now is our next exercise. Don't you guys feel like you're in kindergarten?
I like it.
No, I'm
Perfect for me on a Saturday morning, I'm just saying.
Would you like to hand these out? There's
see my going.
So one of us was drunk when we cut out these shapes, so I'm just saying.
And it wasn't me. That narrows it down.
Thank you.
So if you take out your three little shapes out of your handouts and everything, and everybody got, Cynthia, you got yours? Oh, not yet.
Oops, I didn't.
And so you want to keep, these are happy little trees. I was doing a Bob Ross impression. And you can take your blue sheet out of the binder too. So, yeah, and so we're not gonna do anything with it other than we're gonna lay these little happy little trees. Let me mess up my hair here and see if we can do it. So do I look like Bob Ross?
We're gonna make a diamond out of them.
Yeah.
You need a squirrel
Okay, so you got your three little tree shapes. That's what they're supposed to be, is tree shapes. Happy little trees. So simply by changing the size of a shape, we can create distance. So if you'll lay them out on the blank paper with the smallest tree top left of your paper, and then your next smallest tree in the middle of the paper, and then the large tree at the bottom of the paper. Now if you were to draw a straight line below them, upper left to bottom right, just with your pencil, you just draw a line and everything below your little happy little trees. Don't look now, but you just created perspective. I mean, literally, that's just how what just got accomplished here. This stuff is just like kindergarten baby stuff, except that this is the basis of all art, all of it. If you ignore all of these, you've made art. I mean, it's the backbone. So line plus shape equals perspective. Just where you place those shapes on a piece of paper, you created a perspective when you look at it. So we're gonna come back to shapes again in a minute and everything. So if you'll just keep your trees handy, we're gonna talk about them later. But and by the way, if you would turn your blue paper vertically and place your shapes on it exactly the same way, like Joan has her paper vertically like this, and her shapes go like this, you would have a greater perspective in your picture. So just by changing the shape of things, you've created that distance in your visual distance, and it was that simple. And we make perspective so hard. Well, the truth of the matter it is, with just a couple of other elements, you can make it really dramatic, but it's still just using this stuff right there. So the next handout, who's got the grayscale?
I do.
I mean, I can't get a lick of work out of her.
It's because you kept me up too late last night.
So this is your very, very own grayscale. Very, very own.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Woohoo.
And there is
One
at
that going by. There's
Oh,
an
there's your
excess. Thank you.
There's actually just a little tidbit for anybody who likes to draw. There's charcoal sets that are available with all these shades of gray. You open up the box and there's your sticks of charcoal. And it's already all these wonderful paper cranes. Now we're going to talk about value down here. We haven't talked a whole lot about form because value is what creates form. It's really important to understand that because value simply means light to dark and all of the shades in between. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. You know, there's your shades in between. And we use value all the time to turn any shape that we've drawn with a line to make it into a form. So if I go to the circle drawing and I just do this, I've turned the circle into a ball. If I just do this, and I add just a little bit of value to that shape, I've made a box. So it's really, really important to realize that that form is going to appear when you start to add any kind of value. So line plus shape plus value equals form. Ta-da! I mean, just, it's,
I
but
think
try
that's
to,
all we need to know, right? We're done.
we're done. We got the
It's
value.
that easy.
And that cost you $25.
So we wish. So, you're gonna like this exercise. When we look at a cloud, where it is darker or lighter tells us the time of day and what the weather is going to be. So we use value to establish time of day in a picture, to make objects appear three-dimensional. We use value with shadows and highlights to indicate the source of light in an interior scene or a landscape. Can't do anything without value. Well, you can do that line drawing. You know, you can, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, this is going to be an exercise. So I'll let Joan start the ball rolling with these guys. And what we're going to do with everybody's got a pencil?
Yep.
And everything. And we need more paper.
Thank you.
No, I've got-
Who's got more paper?
I gave everybody 2 pieces. so-
Good. So we got a second sheet of paper. Good.
And the backsides.
So our exercise, and we're going to take, I don't know.
7 minutes.
Oh, God.
Patty
All
said.
right, 10.
They're going to need at least 20 for this one. There's 4 things to do. Okay, so what we'd like to do, I think the clouds are self-explanatory.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. Is,
Last night she had them looking like feet.
So I see a boot here.
Okay, shoes.
well, see, but then Patty said that you can make clouds look like anything you wanted them to look like because they're clouds, right? Isn't
And
that
that's
like
what
a
you
law?
do, you look at them and say, oh, I see
I
this
get
shape or
it.
that.
Yeah, that shape we all do. We go, oh, well, that's like a chariot with horses and everything. Okay. So what I'd like for you to do is just using value. You know, and I produce value with a pencil with the side of my pencil. And then I kind of smear it around. But however you do it is great. But just to indicate on your little drawings what time of day those clouds are telling you that it is. Now, oh, I forgot to do one important thing. Okay, so everybody look up here. Here we go.
Yep.
Okay, so now
And she did that with her left hand. Amazing.